Food for thought. Your past has a letter for you. Remember all those times you were in the middle of the night. You were sad. You were just going through it. And you hoped and you wished every single night that you could just disappear. Maybe not necessarily to one extreme, but you didn't want to be in the moment. You didn't want to be where you were. You wanted to be elsewhere. And that is currently you. You are somewhere else that your past self couldn't have ever even imagined. You are where your past self wanted. Because when you look back, you see that person who is hurting, who is grieving, who is changing, and who is you. And they are wanting something more. They are wanting something that's different. They are believing in themselves that they deserve so much more. And you are that so much more that they knew that they could have. Because you cannot tell yourself that you did not want more, that you did not want something else. You didn't want to be here. You didn't want this particular thing that you were going through. But then now you have it. And your past self has given you so many things, has lived so many lives that have built into yours. And you have to look back sometimes. And you have to realize how far you've come. You have come so far. It is super cliche. I don't care, but it's so true. Because the progress that you have made has made your past self so proud. And I know that I've talked about this before, but it comes down to honestly you reading the letter that your past self has wrote, or that has written, did write, has wrote, did write, I don't know, whatever. Because do you remember as a kid, you wrote your future self letters that you're like, hey, how are you? I'm currently, 8 years old. My favorite color is blue. I want a big red truck. I want to become a firefighter. And then you read that when you're 12. And you're like, wow, I've changed. I've grown. I'm finally in 12 years old. I'm trying to think. You're either in like 5th grade, 6th grade. I don't know. But whatever. And you're like, wow, I've grown so much. And then when you write yourself a letter for high school, you're like, dear future self, I am 12. My favorite color is actually pink. I want to become a movie star. I finally learned how to ride my bike. And then when you turn 16, you drive a car. You're in high school. You think you're so mature. And then when you're 22, you think you're so mature. And then when you're 30, and you have to look back and you have to thank yourself. And you have to reread and remember all the things that you've been through and every single thing that you wrote. One of the most beautiful things that you can do for yourself, for your future self, is to write. Write how you're feeling. Write what you're going through. Write what you did that day. Write that compliment that person gave you. Because you're never going to remember those moments. You're never going to remember that specific bad day. Why you had a bad day. What made you have a bad day? Did you turn that day around? In the present, it is so big. But then in a week from now, it's like, what? I know I didn't have a good day, but I forget why. Or it could be the opposite. You have the best day ever and you won the lottery, you got your favorite parking spot, you got a free drink, somebody paid for your drink in front of you, and so then you paid it forward. And so then you paid the person's drink behind you, hoping that they would continue that cycle. And then you can write that down. And then the person that you are from a month from now can reread that. And then you can remember how good you are. And you can remember the small details in life that you remember, that you experienced from your past, that no one can take away from you. Because your past is your past, good or bad. And so every little breadcrumb, every single little thing you give for your future self is something that your past self has given to you now. And we can be really hard on ourselves. We can be really hard on ourselves and not validate our own emotions. And we can just blow by things. But we have to remember, we have made it this far, that we are here for a reason. And your present and your past obviously do not know why they're there, why we are here. But your future self does know. And they are so proud of you. Because think about it, like literally think about it, okay? Imagine, like, go back to the last time you were in the thick of it. Just go back. Remember how you felt. Like, honestly, like, close your eyes. Close your eyes, because I want you to really remember how you felt, what you were going through, how it made you feel, why, who was in your life, who was not in your life. And if you can remember that in depthly, think how far you've come, and look and be proud of yourself that you've made it this far. And if you can't remember exactly why, exactly who, exactly when, that's okay. And that's a sign of just moving forward. And that time of suffering shaped you, but it didn't define you. And not to say that if somebody remembered something distinctly that it defines them, but it's looking at it from a different perspective. Either option is not bad and not good. It's just how we live and how you lived. But the thing is, be proud of yourself. Be proud of how you got through that hard time. Because you are here now. And think about being proud of yourself in the present. Because you've gone through a lot. And know how much your future self is so proud of you. Just like you are of your past. Whether you made mistakes, whether you made the best decision of your life, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, we are all human. And we have to just accept who we are, who we were, and who we will become. Because that does not define us, because we still have the infinite future ahead of us. But what defines us is what we do moving forward. And so we can take the things that we are proud of our past, and keep them with us and move forward. And so I want to leave you with this. Regardless of your past, whether it's good or bad, there is a reason why you acted the way that you did. And it doesn't matter how it turned out. As long as you are here is all that matters. And that you survived. You might just be surviving right now. And that's okay. Because being here is just where you're meant to be. So do not forget that. Food for thought.